Tech in 5.
In an age where everything is online, how safe are you really? Today, we're diving into the world of multi-factor authentication. Multi-factor authentication is a security system that requires more than one method of authentication from independent categories of credentials. It's designed to verify that you're really you, adding an extra layer of protection beyond just a username and password. The concept of MFA isn't new. In fact, it dates back to ancient times when guards would require multiple forms of identification before granting access to a city or a secured area. Fast forward to the digital age, and we see MFA evolving rapidly. Initially, it started with physical tokens and has now expanded to include biometrics, one-time passwords, and smartphone notifications. Now, let's explore the different types of authentication factors that make it up. To gain access, you must provide evidence from different categories. These categories are often summarized as something you know, something you have, and something you are. Let's unpack each one. First up, something you know. This is the most familiar form of authentication and includes things like passwords, PINs, and secret questions. It's information that, ideally, only you would know. However, as straightforward as they are, these methods have their vulnerabilities. Simple or reused passwords can be easily compromised, which is why they're just one part of the MFA puzzle. Next, we have something you have. This involves items you physically possess that can be used for verification. Think of security tokens, smartphones, or smart cards. For instance, a bank might send a one-time code to your phone, or you might use an app that generates a temporary security code. These methods are harder for hackers to exploit because they require physical possession of a device. Lastly, there's something you are. This is where biometrics come in. We're talking about fingerprint scans, facial recognition, and even voice patterns or retinal scans. Biometrics are unique to each individual and are becoming increasingly common thanks to smartphones and other devices. They offer a high level of security since they're nearly impossible to duplicate. Reports show that nearly 80% of hacking-related breaches involve compromised and weak credentials. Studies indicate that implementing MFA can block over 99.9% of account compromise attacks. This stark difference showcases just how crucial MFA is in our digital defense. Remember the incident involving the CIA director's AOL account? The hackers didn't need sophisticated tools. They simply gathered enough personal information about the director to reset his email password repeatedly. Now, imagine if MFA had been enabled. Even with the password reset, the hackers would have hit a roadblock, the second layer of authentication. Whether it's a text message with a code, a fingerprint scan, or a prompt on a trusted device, that additional step could have safeguarded the account. In the cybersecurity realm, balancing user convenience with robust security is crucial. MFA is essential, yet can be seen as cumbersome, especially for those less tech-savvy. It's about finding the right balance, making MFA as user-friendly as possible without compromising on security. Cost is a significant factor for organizations implementing MFA, considering both setup and maintenance. However, the expense of a data breach usually outweighs MFA costs. Businesses can begin with cost-effective options, such as app-based authenticators, scaling as necessary. MFA isn't merely a security feature, it's a long-term strategy for asset protection and trust maintenance. For developers, MFA integration is a responsibility. It's crucial for securing data against password theft and phishing. Ensuring a seamless experience and considering various authentication methods are best practices. Regular security audits maintain MFA's effectiveness. MFA is more than a tool. It's a shield that guards our digital lives. Let's embrace it, evolve with it, and stay one step ahead in the cybersecurity game.
Stay tuned for more videos on Tech in 5.